Everybody, and welcome to the 8th Shreveport River Brew Coaches Show here at Flying Heart Brewery, Bossier City, Louisiana. We got a lot of new faces at the table again. Me and Coach, along with two people you probably recognize, so I'll let everybody go around and introduce themselves. Start with you again, Coach.
This is Coach Hampton, head coach, Shreveport River Rose.
Dave Calderon, defensive end.
Rashad Ridley, wide receiver.
Denarius Antoine, I play every stuff.
Deion Walker, defensive end.
Darius Galloway, running back.
Coach Tony Thurston, running backs coach and special teams coordinator.
So hopefully you've been to the first game. And we really whooped their ass, bro. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Were you expecting that, Coach? I mean,
Well, I was definitely expecting that, just like I was telling you. I feel like we got a solid veteran team here. We had some, just like I said, we got some rookies. We was able to cut down the roster down to 21 over the weekend. But, we getting ready to prepare for Omaha. But as far as against the Dallas Falcons, I expected to beat them guys anyway. It's just a test to kind of see what we got skill-wise as a team. But I'm looking forward to Omaha now.
yeah. And if you were at the game, the guy that fell injured, he's all right. So that's good. I was a little bit worried about that because he was out cold. Plus, we're playing on ice. I mean, it's kind of part of it. Man, have you ever played in an arena where there was ice under the turf?
Yeah, I played like 5 years of arena ball, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in some areas where they had the hockey, the ice under the turf. Yeah.
I mean, it was cold, bro. It was like 40 degrees. That's crazy. Well, man, tell me a little bit about how y'all preparing for March 8th. What's that really look like for you guys?
Right now, just like I said, we just finished with the 21-man roster, so we're about to get ready to start installing tomorrow. And then we got this weekend we'll be practicing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think Sunday will be film day, and then we'll have our regular week, Monday off, and then we get ready to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then get ready for the game Saturday night.
Well, man, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. This is the first time being on the podcast.
But like I said, I'm David Calderon, play defensive end. Faith-based man. I always keep God first. And I try to do His work while I'm here, especially ministering to the young guys here, trying to keep them on the same path, on the straight path. And just football has been something that's been a centerpiece of my heart. Been playing since freshman year of high school. I have a close relationship with Coach Hamp here. He's been my defensive coordinator for the Iowa Barnstormers. So I'm blessed to be able to come here and see what he's going to do here. So it's a great opportunity, while we're here, and I'm just excited to see what we're going to bring to the table.
So where are you from? Where did you play high school ball, and where else have you played in freshman?
So I'm from Neptune, New Jersey, born and raised, and then I played high school football at Neptune High School. My junior year, we won the championship, state championship. Senior year, we went back, but then we took an L, so that was tough. But then I went to University of New Haven for college. Then I finished my college career at Kutztown University, where we went to the NCAA playoffs. And then I ended up playing in the IFL for Quad City. Played for the Wyoming Mustangs, and then I did 2 years with the Iowa Barnstormers, and then I landed here.
Awesome, man. Awesome. What do you like about Shreveport?
I'm gonna just go with the food. It's a lot different from Jersey. Jersey's a lot more high-paced. But I can say the hospitality down here is a lot better than Jersey. Jersey, everybody in their own lane. But down here, I love the love. I'm all about love. I'm all about respect, loyalty, and to come down here and be welcomed with open arms, and to see my Lord and Savior Jesus all over in Shreveport. I feel like I'm at home, to be honest with you.
I was about to say, you love Jesus. I know you love the love, man. That's what he preached.
Amen. Amen.
Man, what about you, brother? Where are you from? Where have all you played at?
I'm from San Diego, California.
Yeah.
Straight out, I went to San Diego High School. I played ball at University of San Diego. And I transferred to South Dakota School of Mines. My rookie year, I played for the Strike Force in the IFL. And then played for Wyoming. And then I was a part of this organization last year, Oklahoma Fire Nation. We ended up folding. And then now I'm here.
Yeah. What's your general take on Shreveport?
Well, my grandma from Shreveport.
Okay, cool.
She's from Shreveport. So, you know, I had the food because she moved out to San Diego. So I had the food. So since I can't get her food, you know, at least I can still get that good, that good Shreveport food, you know. So.
Yeah. I'm glad you're happy here. What's up, man? What about you, Daenerys? You gotta give him a background, man.
I'm from Louisiana. I'm from New
Yeah. Well, man, tell me a little bit about you, where you played, and all that good stuff, man.
Deion Walker, defensive player. I'm originally from Houston.
Houston?
Yes, sir. I played at Aldine Senior High. I didn't play no college ball. But what I will say is that, you know, a lot of people told me I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. So for people that, you know, didn't play no college ball, well, I'm just putting the work. You'll make somebody.
Yeah. What do you think about Shreveport, man?
I love Shreveport. You know, it's been a good vibe. It's been cool. The food is cool. It's been real good. Like you said, the hospitality is
Well, yeah, tell me a little bit about you. Where did you play? All that good stuff.
It's too cool.
I walked on the Empire. I'm not going to bring them on my head. Baltimore, Maryland.
That's kind of my
You ever heard the joke about? You ever seen the TikTok with the dudes from Baltimore where they say the whole sentence? They say Aaron iron the iron. Or Aaron earned the iron. I mean, you can rag on me because we talk crazy too, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it. I've seen it.
I love the Baltimore accent. That's why I had to bring it up. I love it. What's up, man? What about you?
How you doing? My name is Darius Galloway. I'm from Indianola, Mississippi.
Yeah.
I've been playing football since Pee Wee League.
Yeah.
I kind of took it all with Pee Wee League all the way to I graduated from high school, I played junior college ball, started last chance year against East Mississippi.
Yeah.
Played against Ronald Ollie and everything. I think in that second episode, I think we ended up winning. Also, I transferred from junior college to college. I went over transferred to the University of Tennessee at Martin. Played there a year and a half. Got the ball out against just graduated UT Martin, graduated in business, I started in business. Got my bachelor's degree and ended up getting the opportunity to play Canadian football. I went over there. I didn't make the team, but I got the opportunity to play in 2 preseason games. That was big for me. And ever since 2019, I kind of took it and been playing indoor football. Also started Band Control Football League, which was the year MVP. Also won the People's Championship. So there's just some weight behind my back right now. Ever since then, I still play indoor football today. Got a shot with the Tulsa Oilers. I've been coaching football and teaching. I ended up getting probably like 3 or 4 victories out of the 8th grade group coaching football. I've just been taking it from there since. Been personally training, teaching, and coaching. And just like I said, just giving back to the kids. And thanking God.
Man, what do you think about Shreveport?
Shreveport is just like home to me. I mean, I'm not from Louisiana, I'm from Mississippi. But like I said, once you just get the experience of just going places and you tired of back home, I mean, you see the perks in it, and I had to be relatable to them.
Yeah. All right, what about you, man?
I'm from Harvey, Illinois, south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
Went to the same high school that Coach Hampton went to.
Yeah.
Pretty much played with all those guys that he showed on the last show.
Yeah.
Played high school with all those guys. We went undefeated as a senior. I played running back. Played with Antoine Randall, my quarterback, Ty Streets, a few more other guys too. Winfield Garnett, a couple other guys that went pro as well. After that, I went to Iowa, played at Iowa for a year. Stuff happened and went home. Ended up playing semi-pro ball for the Midway Jets, the New York Jets sub company. I broke the rushing record, 1,800 yards in the season. After that, I ended up coaching some camps with Coach Hampton and running backs and wide receivers until 2022. Well, 2022, I was in Iowa with Coach Hampton, where I coached some too. After that, I left there, and in 2022, I went to New York, where I coached running backs and was special teams as well, and won the championship in New York with Albany Empire.
So what position are you coaching right now?
Right now, I'm coaching special teams and running backs.
Okay.
Special teams coordinator and running back.
Oh, these two guys right here? I got you.
Really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, pretty much all these guys that got skills.
I believe I filmed you. I filmed you. You ran a touchdown in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had you at the end of the highlight reel. Yeah. Did you see the highlight reel yet? He was the first one.
You made that?
Yeah.
You made that?
Yeah.
That's hot.
Hey, yeah, that was hot.
I gotta get on Wolf Media, right?
Red Wolf Media, man.
Red Wolf Media.
I subscribe to it.
That video was great. That was great.
Follow.
It's only gonna get better too, man. I had to kind of get the feel for it, but yeah, man, y'all gave me plenty to work with. I just knew I needed to make it. It's hard to fit all that in 60 seconds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I had a great time with the game the other night. I mean, that's really one of the biggest things too. Like, I'm really hoping we pack the house out on March 8th. That's really gonna be the big thing. Like, from my perspective, growing up here, we gotta support this, man, because like, it ain't like y'all ain't putting on a show. You know, it'd be one thing like if we showed up the other night and it was like, damn, they having trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, y'all look like y'all been playing together for years. Wait, what you talking about, bro? Oh. So how many? So really, a lot of these guys have played together in some capacity, as far as who you recruited and all that stuff.
Well, I say most of these, like all the veteran guys, have played pretty much together. I think they was on the 2021 Wyoming team in the CIF with the Wyoming Mustangs. I know Reedley, Knucklehead right here.
So in terms of chemistry, I will say this: have you ever coached a team in which really nobody had ever played together?
Yeah, in 22 when I was with the Iowa Barnstormers, we had a team full of rookies. So, yeah, I did have the opportunity to do that before.
So I mean, what's the contrast you really see between those two, other than the fact that, you know, the lack of experience? But how do you get a team to play as a unit as a coach?
Well, just like I told them when we first got here, like once we sat on the soil in Shreveport, that we need to make sure that we communicate with each other as a team and as a family, build this winning culture while we're here, and just be committed to what we're doing here, and just pretty much trusting the process.
Right.
Yeah.
And really, so I mean, what are some of the things that the team is doing, or you have them do, that creates like a bonding experience, or rather like brings these guys closer together?
Well, I know me and Coach talked before, and we just talking about the chemistry. Like right off top, since everybody been here, has been the team karate has been pretty much neck tight, and that's gonna be a major part as far as us winning this championship. We got to make sure we stick together through this whole process.
Yeah. So we got Omaha this week, and then then you're going to Idaho the week after that?
No, I think we played the Beef. We played the Beef, and then we played Willing coming in next. I think I know the Beef are the NAL champions.
Right.
And then Willing, I think they was in the AIF, so they bumped up to the NAL, and they were champions in the AIF. So, we'll be facing two competitive teams in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. So something I didn't really get a chance to ask you about last week. In your coaching career so far, what's the most difficult thing you faced, and how did you overcome that?
Well, I would say mid-season, just about losing all my running backs in 2022, the injury, and we had to pretty much on the spot trade guys, bring new guys in, and then you got to get a feel for these, get those guys all over again. So, like, one thing about these guys is I've been blessed to have like great skill guys. You know what I'm saying? These running backs that I'm coaching up with, these guys make it easy.
Yeah.
So I've been blessed with that. But as far as the hardest thing, man, that's been the hardest thing is having to recap players during the middle of the season after injury.
Yeah. It's definitely the loudest it's ever been in here on any show we've ever done. So I'm gonna have to whenever I'm about to go around and ask y'all some more questions, but when I do, just you might have to kind of yell at me, man. But as far as you're concerned, same thing, but playing, because I got to ask you the same question last week. But as far as you're concerned, what's the most difficult thing that you faced in your playing career so far, and how'd you overcome that?
I would say just distance from my family more than anything.
Yeah.
So I'm a married man. I've been with my wife since '09, since I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I got 2 kids, so trying to just keep my mind right, stay focused is probably the biggest challenge. Being in my word really helps me the most.
Yeah.
And the support that I have from my family definitely helps me get through. But in terms of on the field challenges, in 2023, I had a great off season. I was with the Iowa Barnstormers. We went out to Vegas for the first game, and I was doing well. And then all of a sudden, I tore my bicep, and that was a spiritual journey that I took, and it was revealed to me. So I had clarity there, but in the moment, you still gotta go through it, and that was probably one of the biggest battles that I had to face because, you put in so much work towards something, and then when you get hit with tragedy, you gotta figure out how am I gonna get through it. At the end of the day, we athletes, but we people too, and we have things that we looking to achieve. We got places that we're looking to go, and when you're told that your season is done, you have but so long that you can play this game. So every moment, every game, every day counts. So when you lose it, you have to really be connected with God and realize, what are we doing here? And He revealed it to me, so that really helped me because in the moment of that tragedy, He's elevated me in His church, and that showed me a whole nother path that He's got for me. So again, it brought clarity, but it still was a wound regardless. So.
Yeah, still something you had to overcome for sure. What about you, bro?
What's the question again?
What's the most difficult thing you faced in your playing career, and how'd you overcome it?
Dig deep.
He overcomes everything. No challenges for him.
I'll probably say my rookie year when I played for Strike Force. I came in and we had 11 receivers. 11 receivers on the depth chart. Coach knew everybody that was coming in. They had me 11th on the depth chart, so it was like that was something different. Every round before that, I'm one of the guys on the team, So going knowing that they're there and getting overlooked and having to really like just put my head down and get to work and not let the adversity, discourage me and know what I can bring to the table. I end up, fighting on the depth chart and, making top 4 receivers and, was able to stay with them the whole season. So that's what I would say is probably my biggest obstacle, through my play.
Yeah. Nairus, what about you? What's the most difficult thing you faced in your playing career? How'd you overcome it? No comment?
I would say when I took my rotator cuff in Chicago, the Bears, that's probably the most difficult thing I had to deal with. Because I haven't had an actual football injury.
Yeah.
I had to recover from that. But if football is, they got to do better than what I thought I would do.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
I probably have to say the same thing. Injury was, especially in high school. I broke my pinky, I done broke my toe, I done broke like little stuff. But just injuries was a big thing that I had to overcome. Being somewhere, especially with my knee too. So just all those things was something that I really had to overcome.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's getting up every day and having the same intensity as you did the day before. Kind of like stacking games, especially being the fastest down the team and in the league. I feel like it's hard. It's hard every day to be sore and get up and do the same thing over and over again. But I just want to say all the glory to God because He's the one who can be doing the most. So I think that it's just the uncertainty. Just not being certain how you're going to feel that next day and then trying to keep that same intensity.
Consistency, yeah. For sure. What about you, man?
I would say coming from a small town like Mississippi, having to go play junior college and then go play D1 and go play ball. I say probably the toughest thing is just putting so much work in and getting released and just looking up, asking God when would it pay off. You know what I'm saying? Not really asking, but having confidence. You know what I'm saying? Having that blind confidence that when the day will pay off. You know what I'm saying? Where I get a shot. So my biggest thing is just looking for an organization, somebody, a team, organization to be a part of. You get a few wins to compete for a championship. Because we already know the dream was, to make it to the league, wanted to make it to some big stage where I can, start on Sports Center or some coaching aspects. But like I said, that's probably my toughest thing. Just being able to use my background, push me into coaching point, or either doing a shot plan. I don't have to be so all the time. But my biggest what I gained from it is being able to learn from every coach, each and every coach that I was coached by. Whether it was Coach Hampton or Coach Rahim, Coach Dozier, whether my coaches from high school, coaches from college, I always took something from every coaching trip that I could do. And just, add it to my game. That's it. Still defining yourself around. I'm taking it one day, one step at a time.
So kind of a coach, kind of a multifaceted question. Something I found interesting that I've asked in the earlier shows that we did was, as far as a player as well as a coach now, what was one individual, or rather several individuals, if you can't just name one, that really molded you into the player and coach that you became?
Okay, this is talking about players?
Yeah. Okay. Players or coaches, either way. Yeah.
Well, I've been coaching for the last 15 years. Playing experience, probably like 30 plus years. So, just like I told you, like last time, I was a basketball player. So I wasn't even thinking about playing no football at the time. Football just pretty much changed my whole route of life, pretty much a whole different path. So I just like to try to give back just off of my story and how I made it, and just try to give back to players that I see that really want it. Like, I used to be in their shoes, so when I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the guys, I sit there and I probably reminisce like, damn, this used to be me. You know what I mean? Just trying to figure out where I'm going to go, where the next team I'm going to play ball at and stuff like that. So when I look at these players that I coach, I try to get to know them as a person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of a little bit separate as a player. I really want to know about these guys and know, what's going on with them, so I can be able to relate to them. I can relate to them already because, I played ball and I went through some of the same similar things that they went through. So it's really just up to them, their personality, and just me getting to know them and just seeing how they bust their ass and play for me. That's all that's all I can really ask for. And guys that I talk to just to try to give advice to make sure they don't run into the wrong path or go the wrong way. I'm that guy to be that mentor for them and kind of let them know, like, hey, this ain't the way to go, or you should do this. Or do this, try this out. Or if you need help, hey, my phone is open to all these guys. All they gotta do is pick up the phone and call me, and we can talk about anything.
Right.
Anything.
But who was the most important mentor that you had yourself? Who's the most important mentor that you had?
Mentor I had, man, I ain't gonna say mentor. My father went around, you know what I mean? So luckily my grandma had 8 kids, so I had 5 uncles.
Yeah.
So, they kind of pretty much kept me on page a little bit.
Yeah.
I still was getting myself caught up a little bit and that type of stuff, but with them 5 alone, they kind of kept me balanced. And if I did some bullshit or my mom or something, I had to worry about 5 uncles coming to chastise me.
Yeah.
I mean, they all would come see me, and I kind of just put everything together. And once I started playing football, I was getting paid in high school, so all my uncles would be like, hey, if you do this or get an interception, all this and everything. So they kind of made football interesting for me for them 2 years that I played in high school.
It was like you had a parlay.
I was collecting money. So they kind of kept me on point with that, and I would probably say pretty much my uncles. And then my mom, she's a single mom of 4, and she brought the toughness in me. My dad, I did know my dad and got to know him a little bit. He was a Marine, so I see where I get my discipline from and my self-control. So, I had a lot of people in my life that was pretty much mentors. Even my high school coach, like my coach, his name is Billy Moselle. He's a Hall of Fame IHSA head high school coach. And just like I said, like when I started playing football, he pretty much just gave me the free safety spot and kind of just groomed me through. And just gave me an opportunity.
And then you went to the Colts, bro.
That's all.
Man, I love that. Even though I don't love the Colts, I love that. You play with some of my favorite players too, man. What about you, man? I mean, as far as who would you say are the individuals in a mentor role that got you to where you are today? Like, who can you attribute that to the most?
I got a pretty long list. I have to definitely honor my mother, and my grandmother, my late grandfather, my brother, but honestly, like my wife, she's been my backbone. I mean, if you ever read Proverbs 31, that's her. And regardless of the highs and the lows, she's been holding me down, and I gotta give my love to her. But yeah, my brother, my trainers back home, Matt and Shane, have helped develop me from what I was and where I am today. I'm a different athlete, and I gotta give them their love. And my old heads, Mark and Joe. It's just a lot of support that I've been blessed with to really help build me up to the person I am as a person, as a father, as a husband, as a football player, as a man of God. There's just so much. I have a community around me, so I can't give it to all to one person, but I got to give it to all the people around me that really helped develop me. So I'm a product of the people around me. But I got to show my love to all of them.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. What about you? We can't hear each other, man.
Who would you say helped mentor you become who you are today?
Of course, I'd say my mom, my pops, and my grandma. They was me being the only boy and my grandma losing her only son. she tried to make sure that if all else fails, that I was a good man.
Right.
You know, like very strict on everything. You know, sometimes I used to get irritated about it, but now just looking back at it now, it was all for a purpose, and you know, all for a reason, and that's one thing that I'll never forget. Just the little details. You know, little details goes a long way. So I would say my family, and like on the field, I would say all my coaches really, but specifically this coach Zach Tinker at South Dakota School of Mines.
Yeah.
If you ever watch this, Coach Tinkerbell, he ain't even called Tinkerbell. But every small thing, like he'll pick on the smallest details. You can make a play, that's cool, good play, but it's the smallest thing. Whether you broke a yard too short, you didn't switch the ball. Every small thing. Used to hate it. We had like a love-hate relationship. Used to hate it, but it was a bigger purpose. You know, it was something that I didn't see back then. But now looking back at it, you know, I enjoy that, and I really want that coaching back. I want someone that's just gonna pick at the smallest thing. Don't care how great the overall plays. Pick at the small things. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I can't learn. So, you know, I just want to do better.
Yeah.
That's cool. Waiting on Pat Ron.
Daenerys, what about you, bro? You don't want to answer? You ain't got to answer, man, if you don't want to answer. Who's your greatest mentor?
My mama, for sure, and definitely my uncle. My uncle was the one who kept me out of trouble. Kept me in school. And stayed on me, really. Even when I didn't think, I don't know. My mama paralyzed from the waist down, so my daddy was gone. He stepped up for me in a big way, you know what I'm saying? Kept me out of the streets, you know. And I come from New Iberia. That's a terrible environment. So he kept me in sports and stuff. College, it was all for them too, really. And my brothers and my sisters, they kept me with them.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
Same thing. I have to give a huge shout out to my mom. You know, she's always been but my grandpa was somebody who stepped up. You know, my dad wasn't always around, and so my grandpa, you know, he was always there every game, every practice. Even if I wanted to do something new, you know, he was supported 100%. So, you know, definitely someone that I'm, you know, trying to do it for. Someone that still is, you know, always there. When I call him, he's always picking up the phone. So I have to give a huge shout out to him. Another huge shout out to one of my coaches, Coach Anderson. You know, he was a pivotal guy going into high school too. You know, he kept us out of trouble. He had a few specific players that he would always look out for. We needed a ride, needed food. He was a real decent guy, and so I definitely am good to have those type of men in my life for sure.
Yeah. What about you, man? Greatest mentor? Yeah.
There is no me without God, so that's of course my greatest mentor. My mom and dad, as cliche as it sounds, they've always been a part of my life. I'm blessed, especially coming out of Baltimore, to have that and be able to share that. But then again, I like to just say myself, man. Sometimes you gotta just have that being proud of yourself, a part of that appreciation, just having self-appreciation. It's easy to give up.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, in your hardest moments, you look around and there's really nobody there. So when you kind of step back, you gotta just appreciate yourself and having being self-driven. So that's what I gotta kind of self-proclaim.
Yeah. What about you, man?
I would say experience. Like I was reiterating earlier, going through a series of coaches and series of teachers. You know, it takes something to learn something from each one of them. So I would say my biggest mentor was the experiences that I went through to become the person that I am right now. And like I said, I appreciate everything. You know, I thank God every day. Like I said, I know I'm here along this journey right now, right in Shreveport. I'm gonna learn something new, so I'm just ready to take the next step in learning. I mean, the next step in football, and the next step in being around team and family. So a big shout out also to my mom and my dad, and my brothers and sisters.
Yeah. What about you, Coach?
I would have to say, man, my mom, my grandmother, for sure. She's been like the pillar of the family for years, man. Like she was the type of grandmother that anytime any one of us get in trouble, she take everybody in. You know what I'm saying? She cooked for the whole neighborhood. Now she's 95 years old, still kicking. And you know, her birthday come around, you know, the mayor come out, everything like that. They really appreciate her for the town. But she did a lot for just not me, but for like a lot of people. And my coaches, the same coach that Coach Hampton had, Coach Bill Moselle, Coach Damon Ware, and also Coach Phil Manaz from the Albany Empire at the time. They're in different places now, but man, God been in my life like heavy. You know, where we come from, me and Coach Hampton, I mean, we had like the murder rate was crazy back in the 90s when we was coming up, and it's still bad, south side of Chicago in Harvey. So, man, we survived that, man, and God been in our corner for a long time, man, and we've been blessed to still be here, be able to coach this game. But those are some of the most influential people in my life, man, and also my wife. She's been fighting breast cancer for the last year and a half. A lot of people wouldn't even know they see me, they wouldn't think I got anything going on like that, but her faith and her strength keep me going, you know what I'm saying, to be able to be out here without even being, you know, her being here or her being around and worried about them and everything like that. She pushes me to go do what I need to do, you know, to support the family, you know, and push my coaching career, because I have this and I also have a record label as well, so Post Traumatic Music Group, LLC.
Follow it.
Follow that.
Follow that.
Google it.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm the CEO and the producer and everything, and also with my brother Jermaine Thurston. And man, they just been an inspiration to me as a whole. My wife, my grandmother, my coaches, and some of the guys that I've even met during the season. I get close to these guys during the end of the season and get to learn a lot about them, and then I become brothers with them, big bro, whatever you want to call me. You know, I still talk to a lot of guys that I communicated with when I was coaching. So it's a whole experience for me, man. I'm excited about the whole year.
Man, I am too. And you know, one of the things too, I wanted to go around. This is going to be our last bit because we're almost reaching our time. But you know, just as far as expressing some gratitude and just whatever you want to tell the fans, y'all kind of open the table to you guys.
Well, for what I say for the fans of Shreveport, man, just come out and support us. We definitely gonna put a great product out there, and just like I said, our goal is to win the championship, regardless of us being a franchise team. I feel like we got enough players that we're experienced to do what we need to do, and I feel like we got a good character players too as well.
Yep. What about you, man?
Well, I mean, I definitely want to, you know, shout out the fans for their turnout for our first game. I mean, that was definitely a lot of love, especially being a first-year team. But just a word of encouragement is whatever you feel called to do, man, go for it. I mean, regardless of how big the obstacle may seem, just go for it, you know, because, you know, trials are going to come regardless of what you do. But you're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take, you know, and if the Lord is with you and he says this is where he wants you to go, he's going to bring you through it. You know, and a lot of people, they're afraid to see it. They're afraid to walk through it because they see the storm, but they don't understand that we serve a way greater God than whatever storm that we're going to walk through. So to the fans out there that are trying to pursue something, go for it.
What about you, man?
I just want to thank the Shreveport community, the fans, you know, for supporting us, and you know, come support us this March 8th against Omaha. Appreciate you guys coming out for the preseason game, but now it's the real work. Now it's showtime. You know, everything else is out the window. Now it's time to show up and show out. So we just got to, you know, come out there and make plays.
You got anything you want to say to the fans, man?
And I want to thank the fans for having us. I want to thank y'all for y'all support. Make sure you're out March 8th, the day after my birthday. I'm going to put on a show. Whether it's football, dancing. If I got to come to the stands and get you myself, come on with it. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all for having us in the city. Go Rougarou.
Sweet.
Hey man, I want to say the same thing. Shout out to the fans. Come out March 8th. Like we said, the turnout that y'all had for our preseason game, amazing. And I'm going to piggyback off what my brother said. There's a lot of people that's going to tell you that you can't do something, but go for your dreams. Don't never let nothing stop you. Always keep grinding.
We appreciate you guys. We thank you for turning out against Dallas, but from here on out, we really gonna need y'all to have that stadium rocking.
First, I want to say go Rougarou. The fans' job is just important as the players. Biggest thing for me, man, I just want to see a big crowd, man, real loud, man, and getting into the game. Like I said, it's all about the fans. You guys know it too. That's what
I just want to tell the fans, man, y'all come out, come support these businesses that you guys see us at. The local podcast guys, the media guys, just come out, support everything, man. The kids come out, man. These guys will be giving away football because we're going to score a lot of touchdowns. We're going to be out here, man, put on the show for y'all. So, man, let's get it cracking. Y'all come on out, support, man. Go Rougarou.
We'll see y'all on March 8th at the Hurst Coliseum.